Welcome back, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to be doing a reading for July 2022. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This to help me grow my channel, and also it helps support my channel so you guys continue to get these lovely videos, right? Okay, so if you would like a personal reading with me, my link to my website is linked below. Just click on there and schedule your reading. If you would like to donate to my channel, that is also linked underneath in the description. Also, all of the list of cards that I do use are listed below as well. I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite today, and also the Universe Got Your Back. If you would like to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, those links are also Facebook. Those links are also linked below as well. So, okay, so let's go ahead and just jump right into your reading, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So, 10 of Wands. Okay. Okay, alrighty. Well, let's talk about the bottom of the deck, Leos. Okay, so this is your past, current, future. The bottom of the deck, we have the Tower card. Now, I want to kind of address this because everybody gets so scared and nervous when they see the Tower card. I don't find this Tower card, I mean, yes, sometimes the changes can be difficult. Sometimes the transition can be a little bit overwhelming. But where were you the position before? You know, that's where I want you guys to kind of like think about with this Tower card. Like, well, there was a reason that this change was needed. And I don't see the Tower card as something that, you know, I feel like, okay, so things have to fall in order to rise, right? So sometimes we need drastic or dramatic changes in our lives. I kind of see this as like, this is something that's like a blessing in disguise, and is just kind of bringing clarity to a situation that maybe you didn't want to face, Leos. But this also brings in growth too, because I mean, life is about lessons all the time, right? So unless we have change or we learn lessons or this happens in our lives, this transformation, this change, unless this happens, we stay stagnated. So I kind of encourage the Tower card a little bit sometimes. And I feel like for some of you, it's sometimes needed. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. I feel like for some of you, you like, something's like over and done with. That is the energy. And you know, it's basically showing me with the Tower card. So you guys have gone through a change or going through a change, and something's over and done with. And the Five of Swords is just whatever's been going on with your current situation. Again, guys, this is a general reading, so please take how it resonates with you. But something is like over and done with, and it's like now I think you're being asked to like how, like, I feel like for some of you, you have to be careful, like especially with the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like some of you are already doing this. It's like you're being careful about how you're responding to the situation now. With the the Seven of Pentacles is like you're contemplating. Maybe you're contemplating, or you have contemplated on how to like approach the situation, because the Tower card is happening because you're trying to get out of a situation, or you're using your resources to get out of a situation. Like you could be like, I get this like overstayed welcome, or maybe there's somebody in your life who's overstayed their welcome. And there is this need for change. So that's why we're kind of seeing the Tower card at the bottom of the deck, especially with the Five of, this wasn't an easy decision that you had to make, and it wasn't an easy, like, I feel like for some of you, it was difficult. This was a difficult choice that you had to make, but you were patient about it. And I think you have the clarity that you need, or you're reaching that milestone in your life, but you're not really like happy. It's like thinking of changing like a direction. For some of you, you could be thinking of changing a direction. Like, should you stay or should you go with this situation? Some of you might still be there. Again, see how it resonates with you. We have the Ten of Wands, so I feel like you are struggling. Like with the everyday grind. This could be like a burden for some of you. You're unable to relax is the energy that I'm getting. And it might be because of the situation that you haven't made you haven't made a decision yet. But it's more like you're aware of the situation. You know that there's change that's needed. And it's like, should you stay or go is the energy that I get. You know, I feel like for some of you, this situation has like happened for a while or has been going on for a while. And like you've really been kind of struggling and overwhelmed with it. Like it's almost like for some of you, you knew it just wasn't right. The situation wasn't right. And you were just kind of fighting the fight to fight. Or just kind of going through all of those struggles and obstacles. Like if you're dealing with somebody that you're not seeing eye to eye with and you've been patiently waiting for them and you feel like this is like just a burden, this situation's a burden, I feel like some of you, this change is occurring for a reason. So things are being shaken up with your situation, Leos, and it's not always a bad thing because I always feel like this change has been needed. You could be feeling like a little bit like not as stable as you once was because something has changed, but this change is needed. That's what I'm getting for you guys, Leos. Like this was it could have been a dramatic change that happened in your life, but it was needed. It was necessary. Now, you know, with your current situation, you could be dealing with a fire sign. We have the King of Wands. This is I feel like it's either Leo or Sagittarius. This could be you, your personal card, but yeah, it could be you. But I feel like with the King of Wands and the Six of Swords, what I'm getting for some of you is like you're kind of putting yourself first. So it's almost like you're showing up for yourself now, especially after coming to this realization. Maybe for some of you, this is just like a realization of just recent events that have happened, and now you have the clarity that you need, and you're patiently waiting to take action. But you know it's going to be very difficult. This is not going to be an easy path for some of you. Because it feels like there's some financial issues involved, but not just that, but a lot of like overthinking situations. Maybe you have been overthinking it in the past. And now with the King of Wands, I feel like you guys are putting yourself first, like showing up for yourself, because you have come to the understanding like nobody else is going to show up for you unless you show up for yourself. This is also somebody who's like an entrepreneur, somebody who's very self-sufficient. You could be self-employed, or you could be starting an idea about creating like a business for yourself because you want to be more stable with your situation. Because I feel like for some of you, you feel stuck. Like, and with the King of Wands, this is somebody who doesn't settle. They don't like, I feel like for some of you, you're like, you might feel stuck, but you're not. You're trying to show up for yourself because you don't want to settle anymore. Whether you're dealing with like, okay, so for some of you, you could be like starting to put yourself first, where you've always put other people, you know, maybe ahead of you or in front of you, or always took care of everybody else. I feel like for some of you, like you could be holding like responsibilities. You could be very responsible for, you know, not just like yourself, but other people around you. And maybe for some of you could have felt like you cheated yourself out or you shortchanged yourself, and now you're like showing up for yourself. But you're also, this is about like planning for the future, better opportunities coming for you, and this is because you're showing up for yourself, because you're doing the work yourself. So I feel like for some of you, if you're starting like a small business, or you're looking to integrate or change, I get change and showing up for yourself. It's like it's like you're planning for your future. Okay, so with the swords, like the change is coming, especially when it's in the center like this, guys. Like this is the center focus. It's like there is a significant change for some of you that is occurring around you, and it's about like finding more of that balance and moving into those calmer waters, because that's what Six of Swords is. But it's like the changes, it's a sudden, as a result of the sudden loss or sudden changes that have occurred around you, it's like you're just starting to kind of move forward to like a better situation by solving, you know, your problems systematically. I want to say it so systematically. And, you know, Leo, sometimes you guys could be a little bit feisty and fiery, but I really feel like this time with the King of Wands, it's like no matter what, you are patiently waiting with that Seven of Pentacles, and because you've gotten the clarity that you need regarding your situation, and you worked hard, and maybe it just feels like the burden's on you. But now that you're starting to show up for yourself, you know that this is could like maybe for people around you, could create like a little bit of conflict, especially with the Five of Swords. So maybe they're not liking your change. But I feel like you're solving like one problem at a time. Whether it's a problem or a situation, it's like you're kind of moving out of a situation to like, yeah, because you're looking for personal growth. We have the Queen of Swords. I feel like this might be the person that you're dealing with. Like, this is somebody who cuts through or cuts someone out of their lives. Like, that's somebody like no longer working for you or with you. So if you're dealing with this energy, and again, it's not gender specific, guys, so take what you want, leave what you don't. But if you're dealing with this particular person, it's like, you see how you guys are like, you know, we have the king and the queen, like you guys are no longer facing each other. And this person could just be like, maybe that's the clarity that you needed. Like, this person was always showing up for themselves, or you were always showing up for them, and now you're like, I'm gonna take control, I'm gonna start showing up for myself, because there was some clarity about this person. So maybe you're seeing this person, this Queen of Swords, for who they are. But I will tell you this person's relentless. So she's not going to stop. She wants to achieve like things for herself, her goals. She's definitely going to make her point. If she's trying to make a point, she's like extremely focused on, I feel like, you guys, Leos. So you might be cutting this person out as we kind of move in towards the middle of the month. Or maybe you guys are in the process of doing that right now, and you're patiently waiting and figuring out a way how you're going to get this person out of your life, because they're not somebody that like really like takes no for an answer, is what I got, especially with that Queen of Swords. So with the King of Pentacles, I feel like a lot of my Leos, and I've always said this, like, I know like even last month, like you guys, you're climbing the ladder. You're trying to move to a bigger role, a bigger place. Like, you're building your, you know, you're building your future. You're trying to set your goals. And, you know, with the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, like things are starting like in that process. So yeah, I feel like, you know, for some of my Leos, you guys desire that high status. You want to climb the ladder. You're moving up like to a bigger role, like using, and I feel like a lot of you have, you know, just gotten to the point, like, you know, this is somebody very mature. They've gotten to a point where they've learned their lessons and they know what works and what doesn't work. And, you know, if it works, they don't change things. But I feel like for some of you, it's like the lessons from your past are like, it was supposed to happen. So if you guys feel like this is like not really a good time for you and you feel like discouraged, I feel like this was supposed to happen to bring you like more clarity. And I feel like with you guys, you're like taking on a bigger path or a role. It could be like a job change or career in your life, but you're mastering your skill, or you have mastered. But this is about like being on top of your game. So we have the Two of Pentacles, and I feel like for some of you, you could be having two options in regards to career, work, or finance, or you're just juggling a lot of things right now. Especially with the situation and the clarity, like the revelation that you guys had from, you know, maybe the past. Well, I feel like it's a past energy, or you're feeling it right now. And with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to move forward and kind of focus more on your career, work, and finance. Like, all this shit in the past, even if it crumbles and falls, it's like you're still going to be patiently waiting. And I do feel like I'm going to be proud of you, Leos, because I feel like you have learned your lessons. Especially if you've been dealing with this person for a long time. Like, you've learned, you're like, no, I'm going to show up for myself now and focus on my career, my goals, my finances, but also at the same time, like, mastering something. So some of you could be like really learning. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. There could be two options up in the air for you, or the situation that you're going through is just up in the air. And like, there's, you know, it's slow and steady wins the race is what I'm getting for Leos. You guys are a little too patient sometimes. But it's okay, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So we have the Page of Swords, and I feel like this is like contemplating. There could be just some delays, by the way. So if you're waiting on something, or an idea or a project or something that has come in, or an opportunity has come in towards you, like with the Page of Swords, I feel like for some of you, you're waiting to hear about this, or it's like in the negotiation process. And it could be dealing with your finances. But you see with the Page of Swords, like kind of still looking back, Leos, I gotta tell you, like, if this is you and this is your situation, like, it's almost like you're trying to protect your money. Yeah, that's what I want to say. And like, you're making sure people around you aren't watching. right? Because you're like, no. Maybe you're being like, maybe you have all these ideas that are around you and you're just being careful. I think because of your patience and you're slowly like kind of approaching, you know, your goals. And so even if you're dealing with something, like you're a fast learner, this is what it's showing me. And so if someone like stood in your way, I feel like you're smart enough to like overcome or avoid the situation in upcoming. Maybe this person comes towards you and talks to you and they're trying to get you to see their point of view, because we do have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this person is really going to come to you and like say, no, like this is my point of view. You see this, like this is word. This is, you know, this is the law. This is how it goes. And if you're dealing with this person, but I feel like you're cutting this person out because you've been focused on your career, your finance, your work. And you guys are looking for like more of a balance in, especially in relationships or people that you're dealing with. But like most of you are like moving up and it's slowly moving on from the past. But again, I want to say, stop looking over your shoulder. You're not missing out on anything, especially when we have the Tower card. Like, so if you feel like this change was so dramatic and you're like, well, maybe, no, they're saying like, I'm getting the energy that I'm getting here for you guys is don't look back. Keep looking forward. Take your sword, you know, fight your fight, whatever you have to do. I mean, do it nicely. You don't want to make a hot mess going on over here. But I feel like it's happening, whether you want this to happen or not. And how fast it happens is really like depending on if you're waiting on someone. And I don't feel like you guys are anymore. Maybe you're waiting to see what this person's going to do because I feel like for some of you might even be distant from this person, might not even be in communication with this person because you guys are like, your backs are turned, right? Against each other. So if you are dealing with a particular person, it's like you might have something that is mutual, like there's a mutual tie between the two of you, and you are desiring to move into these like calmer waters and just keep the peace, right? This person's not. And I feel like that maybe that's why you're kind of looking over your shoulder, because you already made a decision and you were patiently waiting and you got the clarity that you need and you're wanting and desiring to move forward, especially with your career, and you're showing up for yourself. So you're doing all the right things for yourself, but it's almost like for some of you might be dealing with some of that past energy or the past situation that hasn't really, it's not completed yet. I want to say that there's still like, this person still has some more to say. I don't know what their problem is. They need to just like, you know, I don't know, but I feel like after like, so again, this is going to be your decision if this person comes towards you and you're willing to see their point of view. But for the most part, Leos, I feel like you guys are pretty independent, showing up for yourself, doing you, focusing on you. And you have been doing that for, I want to say for a couple months, but definitely more so now in this month and this energy. Okay. So continue to keep showing up for yourself. Like, I don't know why I'm getting like, I feel like for some of you, it's like, maybe this person depends on you, right? And you're just waiting to see how it's going to fall into place now that there has been a major change or a shift with your situation. There you go, guys. Okay, but like also, this is also like maybe starting something new. This could be like, you know, this is somebody who's young, who's active, who has some energy. The Page of Swords. So it also could just be like, for some of you, you're just starting something, or you've been working on like a new project and you're patiently waiting for it, and you might get a little bit of breakthrough, but they're still saying delays around it. So I feel like for some of you, it's going to be delayed, but I get a lot of clarity with the situation. And I'm also getting like calmness after the storm. So it's pretty good, guys. Finances look great. I feel like they're going to improve this month for you guys. And this change was definitely needed. Let's go ahead and get 2 cards. Oops. From the Universe Has Your Back. And see what those messages are. For Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Also cross watchers. Okay, so the first one is through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in my world. Yeah, you guys want peace. You just want peace and harmony. You just want to like move into those calmer waters. So that definitely resonates there. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. Again, you guys are showing up for yourselves, Leo. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty proud of you, Leos, this month. For those of you who are going through this situation, even though it was difficult and it was hard, it's like you're showing up for yourselves. And that, you know, that's big. These are big steps. That's huge. I love it. So the energy is good for you guys, Leos, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and stop your reading right there. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, remember to click that subscribe button so you do get my future videos or any upcoming notifications, specifically for Leo singles, because I'm going to be doing a Leo single reading for you guys as well. But I'm going to finish with the monthlies first, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope some of you got the information you needed from this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to help me support my channel. Also, if you'd like a personal reading with me, that link is below. If you'd like to show your support, and you have that ability, please remember to click that link as well. Okay, until next time, love and light.